The client stopped our meeting, our project meeting that we were holding with CE Floyd, and just wanted to make the statement that never have they seen a project team so in sync, so positive, and working through issues together. And I take pride in the fact that we have a team where CE Floyd's part of that the client can see without any prompting how everyone's building to their success. That's powerful when you have moments like that on a day-to-day basis. That's not just a blip in the radar, that's happened all the time.
Luther. I'm head of school at Inley School in Scituate, Massachusetts. We were actually really looking to connect to some newer buildings and reorganize our entire campus.
My name is Christopher Kelly. I'm a principal at Insight Partners in Newton, Massachusetts. The project we're working on is Radio Factory Lofts in Melrose, Massachusetts.
The current project that I'm working with CE Floyd on is a senior living, independent living expansion project.
Pricing associated with their estimate of the cost. We did extensive pre-construction work with Chris Merrick and Adam at CE Floyd to understand all of the divisions of costs associated with the project and to understand what we should be carrying as contingencies for the things that we didn't understand existed at the time. I think by bringing on experienced subcontractors for some of these major trades during the pre-construction phase, it positioned us well throughout the job to problem solve.
During pre-construction, a very good solution they provided was they leveraged relationships with local MEP firms that were willing and able to design assist on the HVAC system specifically. The firm that they brought to the table were very experienced, conducted themselves in the very same manner, openness, collaborative nature that CE Floyd had, and it really became the successful task. Evaluate deep dive in HVAC systems before we spent $1. Felt like it would end up being an optimal solution for the client, both on an operational aspect, performance, and cost.
They had a very good and experienced safety team in terms of recognizing and helping us avoid risks on the project site with respect to subcontractors. So I found that they've been very diligent at making sure that safety protocols are being fulfilled.
I remember on a weekend, a client called with a hand up during the COVID epidemic here very early on that needed help with negative air machines, needed help with setting up units to protect the residents, quite honestly, and CE Floyd was there, didn't hesitate, jumped in to help. The people we serve at one point is nonprofit senior living communities, and CE Floyd gets that.
Yes, CE Floyd was really great in helping us conquer any of our challenges. Our site was complex and interesting, and again, we were in construction right smack in the middle of campus for an entire year. And we thought those were big challenges, and CE Floyd, clearly this is not their first rodeo. And so they had great solutions and really worked well with our team in figuring out how to do this with the students still at the center of the project.
I had a whole team of people that were accessible to me as opposed to one person who I had to hunt down and filter everything through. That collaborative working environment was productive for me in terms of saving time, getting back to me on an expedited basis with answers to any of the questions I may have had. The assignment for the redevelopment of this project was really making sure that we could go through every category of work and make sure we've accurately captured the costs associated with those areas. So it's really a partnership between the architect and the general contractor to be able to work collaboratively together and give us the information we need as the development entity to properly assess the risk parameters, the cost, and the schedule associated with this large-scale renovation and construction project.
What I really loved about CE Floyd's service was the people. The people that they sent to work here were professional. They had really good problem-solving skills, and we had great relationships.
It's been, I know the word's always used, collaborative effort, but it truly is. Anytime, any moment that we needed some input, the superintendent was always pulled in at the right moment. Other team members, the estimating departments, dedicated to the job of giving us good immediate feedback on decisions. Part of the team members actually made very dedicated, effort and sacrifice to make sure the project's success. They went above and beyond, and that's greatly appreciated and not missed on my part.
I think that the depth of their staff expertise has been impressive, from the corporate relationship down to the person that's the account executive, to the project manager, to the people in the field. All through that roster, you've got people that have really deep backgrounds in construction, and therefore you don't have any weak players in their lineup. CE Floyd helped us realize the vision we had for the project by helping us facilitate problem solving, pairing us with experienced subcontractors, helping us navigate unforeseen circumstances in the field, and coming up with solutions that were for the betterment of the project.
At the time, it was a design-build project, so they brought an architect with them that collaborated, and together they made presentations that I thought were far and above the other presentations that from the other companies. So the scope of work was huge because our entire property is on a hill. So we were digging into a hill, and we were disconnecting by knocking down some modulars. So the school was in separate pieces for the year, and I loved working with CE Floyd because they were really conscientious about safety, about keeping our school in session, and making sure that the kids would continue to have a good experience.
It was really important that we have a construction manager who was part of the team early, and quite honestly, a partner that would work with us in every step of the way. CE Floyd presented, from a cultural standpoint, that kind of open communication, dedication to our project. Obviously, construction is a service industry. We're not buying widgets. We're really buying a service, and we're buying expertise. So, in a partner that's a construction manager, you want someone that has the expertise and the abilities and the knowledge, which CE Floyd has that. I would say the distinguishing factor is the culture of the firm. And what I mean by that is there's always an open communication. There's always an honest communication. What's most important to me when you have a project team with a lot of different disciplines, a lot of expertise, is there's got to be trust among team members. Every person that I have worked with in contact with CE Floyd, the one thing I can say, they always put forward their honest, truthful opinion, and they're very professional in their approach and how they interact not only with the owner and the owner's representatives, myself, but the other team members and consultants involved in the job, always in a respectful, trusting manner, and they always follow through with their commitments. Engaging CE Floyd, you'll know you have a trusted partner, a partner that's looking out for the benefit of the project and the client's needs, and putting the success of the client and their mission first overall.